Gemini, welcome to your 5 card movie star spread. As per usual, you can click right on that description box below and it will talk about the significance of the spread as well as the placement of each particular card. Here we go. Oh, by the way, Gemini, it is your birthday season, so hey, happy birthday. It's your birthday season and somebody's breaking your heart. I'm sorry. Ooh, I'm sorry. No, you do have disappointment, though, in your antagonist position. So here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing you taking the time to rest and reflect. Okay? That's what you want to be doing. This is what you aspire to. You want to take the time to look back at the things that happen and make some sense out of them. Because your antagonist here is about heartbreak, communicable disease, or disappointment. Okay. I hope you didn't get COVID. I hope this isn't like you in bed because you got sick, because that's what it could be. But the energy that stands in the way of you moving forward and what it is that you're reflecting on was very disappointing to you. It was very hurtful to you. And your overall theme is the Five of Wands, which is usually about inner conflict or about unnecessary conflict. And the thing about the fives are about chaos. And chaos comes into our lives to show us the things that we don't want. And the threes are about creation. It's about really starting something new. Okay? So, I have a 3, I have a 4, and I have a 5. So if threes are about creating something new and a painful situation in your life can start a new chapter. Fours are about stability, about doing what it takes to create that foundation to grow on. And fives are about the type of chaos that comes into our life to show us what we don't want. When I read all three of these together, looking at the protagonist, which is you, the antagonist, the protagonist, which is you at a state of rest and reflection, the antagonist being this disappointment, this broken heart, this pain, and the overall theme being either inner conflict or unnecessary conflict. What I see right now is a Gemini taking ownership to heal a wound that may not have been their fault. Okay? You didn't drive that sword through your heart, but you left yourself vulnerable. And somebody else drove that sword through your heart. And now you're looking at this going, you know what? This wound isn't my fault. I opened myself up to somebody and I got hurt. But the responsibility for healing this wound, or the task of healing this wound, is now your responsibility because you recognize nobody's going to do it for you. And Gemini, that's a very mature approach to this disappointment. So here you are carrying the burdens of responsibility for somebody else's carelessness. I'm having a difficult time talking today. So here's you carrying a responsibility for somebody else's carelessness, and the possible outcome is yet another 5. More chaos to show you the things that you don't want. But the possible outcome serves as a warning. This card is about tit for tat. It's about getting people back. It's about revenge. And it's also a warning about being too cocky on the battlefield. Okay? Now, if you're not doing this on purpose, I always tell people, especially when your heart is really broken, the best revenge you can ever get on somebody is just to get up and live your best life. You know, focus on you and let them see you doing well. And before you know it, there's this energy tie that they have to you, and they'll feel you leaving them. And they'll look back and they'll be like, oh, huh. So if handling this burden of responsibility is you focusing on you and not actually seeking revenge on that person, but leaving their energy behind, so one day they look back and recognize what they lost. Because, I mean, look, these guys their heads are hanging down, they lost something, then that's fine. But if you're purposely going to go back out and do something to make this person upset or to make this person jealous or to seek that kind of revenge, well, then you have a certain amount of karma that you're going to deal with. Is it right for you to do to them what they did to you? If you're taking this very mature approach here, don't fall into this tit for tat once it's all over, once you start to feel better. Okay, but a little bit of a warning here. Stay on that high horse, Gemini. Let's see what else we got. Yep. And if you're going to stay on that high horse, you will reach a solid foundation very quickly, because here we go from a 4 to another 4. This time of rest and reflection is going to let you know what it is that you need to move forward. So when that opportunity comes in your hands, you know how to handle it better this time. When you have that opportunity to open up and be vulnerable to somebody, you won't have to strategize about it anymore, because you'll already know what not to do, and you'll already be seeking for somebody who really has your best interest at heart. Gemini, take the mature approach that you're taking. Don't fall back into this tit for tat attitude, and know that next time it might take you a little bit longer to open up and be vulnerable to somebody, but you'll get better results when you really take that time to vet not only that person, but how you're dealing with that person. There's a lot of growth here, Gemini. And because I see the Three of Swords, which is about pain and discomfort and heartache, and I see these fives here, which is about that uncomfortable change coming in to show us what we don't want, I'm reminded of a saying that there is no growth without discomfort. And right now you're going through that uncomfortable part. But if you really take the time to reflect and you hold on to the responsibility, you own the responsibility of healing this wound, you're going to come out a much better and stronger person if you stay on that high horse and do the right and mature thing. Gemini, I'm proud of you. This isn't easy, but it's necessary. And I appreciate that you're going through this for yourself. I hope you found a message that serves your highest good, and I'll see you next week.